then we are good to go.
No, don't fall, Daisy. Don't fall.
Okay, I think text is coming through properly. Okay, I'll just post the stream and then we are good to go.
My stepdad just got home. Let's go. Okay. No. Um.
Okay, so with the battle started off, we see the Newgens, the blue team, pushing hard up on their right side. They've fully taken holds on the red team, keeping a strong hold on the left, i.e. their right side. We see the Newgens have slightly pulled back a bit on their right side. I guess they realised they were overextending a little too much. Oldgens are continuing to hold the middle and their left side, with them pushing up ever so slightly. The Newgens are pushed up slightly, sorry, with the Oldgens maintaining a conservative yet effective hold.
Oldgens and Newgens are battling it out.
And with 30 minutes on the clock, it's either they wipe themselves out, last team standing, with an outscore of 11, or they expire the timer and whoever has and whoever appears to have more kills wins. As we can see on the leaderboard, the New Gens, the blue team, have taken quite a extensive lead so far, winning 7 kills ahead. However, the Old Gens may yet bring it back. It's an early game, and it's anybody's game. Again, we can see the Old Gens holding their right side quite firmly. They seem to have all but abandoned their left side, with only Nikolai 001 really keeping up an eye on that. Though, to be fair, it appears the Old Gens have as well. It appears the main battle is going on around the bridge.
Oldgens are trying to keep their hold on the right side while the Newgens are pushing forward.
I mean, they are putting the pressure on. If we can see over on the bridge, they are pushed up quite far, with the Old Gens needing to keep quite a strong contingent over to hold them off, with PK Cypher and Daisy Uru, i.e. CP Rocks 10, for those of you watching. With neither side seem to be making any meaningful push at the moment. The New Gen side have pushed up quite far on the bridge. However, how consistently they can hold that for is unknown. They have just made a push, and they won that push, meaning they've taken that side and are now cross-mapping, are now cross-firing onto the Old Gens on their left side. I mean, Robot, would you agree with me? But that was
yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty devastating play by the New Gens.
Yeah, the New Gens rushed in, but the Old Gens just rushed back and took over again, and are pushing forward.
I mean, the gap between the kills hasn't really changed that much. It's still standing at about 8 kills. So whilst it doesn't seem as though they're closing the gap as such, it almost seems as though the New Gens are extending that gap ever so slightly, bit by bit. Now, the Old Gens, they seem to have pulled back ever so slightly, though whether that's because they decided to play a little more conservative, or whether it's just sheer force that they can't push yet, remains to be seen. They are trying, from the looks of it, they are trying to push up a bit further on the bridge. However, again, that contingent of PK, Daisy, and Yonder is holding them off quite well.
The Old Gens are starting to get crossfired from the mid bridge.
Oh, the New Gens have just decimated them on the bridge with 4 people there. That'll be a tough break, and that'll be a tough hold to break for them. However, on the left side, the Old Gens seem to be having more luck with cloned Mattis and Nikolai 001 holding it up quite well. Oh, the New Gens have just pushed, and they are devastating them. However, the Old Gens, with their faster reinforcement time, do seem to be holding quite well. Now, it appears the Old Gens are not really doing much with the right side. We've got MK Ultra Victim and Zerolus pushed up very far with little competition to get them back. Well, to push them back from the Old Gens. I mean, in the meantime, the Old Gens do seem to have taken on a more of a defensive stance, which at the moment will likely benefit them, given that they've been pushed quite far up. But as I said, it's still an early game, and it's still anybody's game. Anybody could pull out, say, 3 kills say three, they could pull out a triple kill. They can really pull anything out their hat. It's still anybody's game at this point. However, we are noticing on the leaderboard a handful of people are beginning to approach the outscore, meaning that a few of them meaning that both teams may be down a few players sooner or later.
The Newgens are slightly, but
at the moment, it appears as though the Oldgens are content in their current positions, which honestly at the moment is a smart play. It's given that the Newgens took a bit of an early lead, they are realistically the Oldgens can't really take too much of a risk at this point. However, I'm confident that both teams do have a strategy in place, and with luck, well, at the end of the day, one of them will take the win. Oh, the Newgens have just pushed up on the bridge. Can the Oldgens hold that? It appears, though, just by the skin of their teeth, the Newgens have won that. However, given there's only one more person there, it is unlikely that they will hold that for long. We can see at the middle there's not really much in the way of events going on. There seems to be one Newgen holding that alleyway. Meanwhile, the Oldgens are more focused on playing their sides, and we see the Newgens have managed to successfully push up on the bridge, meaning that they can now crossfire onto the Oldgens flank. However, we do see that the Newgens are now down a player. It appears as though one of them has hit the outscore, meaning that they are down a player. Can the Oldgens capitalize on this? It may be their shot. However, realistically, it remains anybody's game. There aren't many more kills in it in this game left at the moment. We've still got strong new gen detachments on both sides, which the Oldgens are coming under increasing pressure to try and fend off.
There's many Oldgens reaching their outscore, less than one death away from being out.
Indeed, I mean, the Newgens do seem to be working quite well as a team, with healing each other and making coordinated pops. However, will that be enough to get them the win? Only time will tell.
Oldgens have just lost PK now, and now Daisy.
It appears so. The Oldgens are beginning to drop now. Whilst there is still a possibility they may be able to clutch this, however likely that is, remains uncertain. With the Newgens assuming a position of offense on their spawn, it's really whilst the Oldgens may be able to get a few picks, it's realistically unlikely at this point that they may be able to pull this out of the bag. And with only Nikolai and Yonder 11 left, Nikolai being eliminated, and that is it. The Oldgen team has been eliminated, and that means that the Newgen team has taken the win in the Oldgen v Newgen final battle gun event. So in a game of where the Oldgens. So in a game where where the game was close, both teams had strong members. It does appear that the Newgens have managed to take the W on this. However, we do have one more time. We do have one more chance for the old gens to redeem themselves. In a moment, we'll be starting up our old gen v new gen sword fight. Can the old gens pull a W out of the bag? We'll have to see. And we will be back streaming with that in a moment. like doing that here, saying sword battle starting.
Oh, by the way, Banecat, for if we do like another gun scrim, I don't think
Like
IA
doing
guns
that
are the
here,
move.
saying sword battle starting. Yeah, I.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, I was
Banecat,
reading
for
a bit of
if we do like
bit of problems with that. How did I die?
Alright, what are these teams? We have Zera, Kuldu, Dark Ruler, MK Ultra, Visionary, and Rams versus King Kong, Akio, Eliters, Jason, Super Nixter, and Yonda. What's your guys' thoughts?
Again, I kind of like the gun scrim on paper. It seems like it'll be a close fight, and like the gun team, like the gun scrim, it appears it will be a close fight. So it may very well be a close fight. However, surprises happen. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, the gunfight, I can safely say the old gens were a bit too old gen. They were so rusty, like they had to download like FPS unlockers 2 minutes beforehand. So it was kind of wild. We did our best, but in the end, we lost to Mediguns. On this one, I'm trying to figure out. I think Yonda and King Kong should be good. From what I know, King Kong is pretty decent with swords. Eliters is good at swords, and Yonda is former head of the Valkyries. Meanwhile, on the blue team, I believe Zera is okay with swords, and Cool Dude is a sword fighter. But all the other people, I'm not quite sure. I think Ramp is also into sword fighting quite a bit.
In
But the
terms
others
of,
are
in terms of actual sort of official status, the red team does have Oldgen, sorry, have they have more sword elites or former sword elites. However, the blue team, as you said, have some hidden treasures in there. So
yeah, like
hopefully it won't be
Dark
a
Ruler
close
is going to
fight.
be very hype.
Indeed.
Dark Ruler is gonna
And with
be the
15 seconds on
deciding
the
point.
clock, they'll be starting.
Yeah,
They're getting
Dark
ready
Ruler on the gun
to
scrim was
start.
something else. He just randomly pushed and gave free kills, so we'll take it to make us look better than we are. But hopefully on this map, he'll actually put in effort to not feed. It's swords, so he should be fine.
Why did it do that?
Because you did start Slash.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, we're all in the
Yep,
in the
I'm
game. You should probably force field everybody real quick. Technical difficulties.
Technical
Happens.
difficulty. We start in a moment.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if Yonda and King can kind of pop off, I feel like they can do pretty well. I am kind of scared. I've seen if it's just Bowman swords with the same sprinting pattern, I feel like the current players might have a little bit of an advantage because they're pretty used to Bowman nowadays.
Okay. And now we start.
Are these teams correct?
Yes, probably.
No, because they
No,
got
they're not.
randomized.
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah, these teams are not correct. Sarah is on red, and
strange technology. Strange technology. Well, no, it's not strange technology. You just have to know how to use it. Which
how
you
do we
just need to
spectate,
be
by the
on
way?
for it.
well, it's the same
Slash.
drill. Spec/person, then press space.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay. Let me just sort the teams out quickly.
Hello, Dragon. Who do you think will win? Newgens? I mean, Newgens just have they're just lucky to have good practice on the regular. Yeah, the old gens are rusty, cannot lie, as expected. But
Hey,
I think on Source they can
Dragon.
Okay,
make a difference. It's not
I think
something
these teams are
you'll,
correct. Is Visionary on the right team?
They look correct to me. A Visionary is on the red team, but I think he might be on the new gen team now.
New gen, God damn it.
And Elater is on the old gen.
I swear Elitors is old gen.
Yeah, but he's on the new gen team now. So you just need to
That
swap
would be it, yeah.
both. Yeah. No, Elater is still on blue. He needs to go red.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
It's first. It's like 11 depths, like RCL, I assume.
Yes. First out of 11. Well,
All right.
11 out
That's
of
nice.
not first to 11. Ignore me.
I hope it's Beaumont sword. Nice. Okay, it's Beaumont sword. I wouldn't want them to play on inferior tech like the gun people had to. It was very unfortunate.